Guess who he's talking about, guys? In the comments.
What? Are both of those recording? Yeah.
Yeah, this is recording.
All right. Cool. All right, let's get into some shit.
Double
Then.
checked. Double tap. Are you turning off the lights on the way out?
Yeah, please.
Turn off the lights.
Yeah, flick off lights.
Yeah. Dej,
Yeah.
I have a quiz for you.
Oh, I thought you were about to give me another fucking joke.
This time I have a quiz. It's 5 questions.
All right, cool.
Do you
Wait. What kind of questions?
I'm gonna give you the rules. Relax.
Okay, give me.
You have 5 questions. You have music, science, sports, geography, and charge it. Those are the five. The topics
Obviously,
of
I'm
the
gonna have to
5
take
questions.
charge it.
No, you're gonna have to answer all 5.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let me ask you now. Over and under, what do you think you're gonna do? Over and under 3.5. Do you think you get
Over 3.5. Yeah.
So you're gonna get 4 out of 5 right.
Yeah,
If you get 4 out of 5 right, next time if we go Nando's, next time we're on a food outing, I'll bet it's on me.
All right, come.
So 4 out of 5.
If I get less, it will be on me.
All right, okay. So that's because you went for the over. Some of them, let's see.
See, the thing is, it depends because my general knowledge isn't great. But if it's things that I should actually know, like R&B music, hip hop music,
No, I picked that. First question is music.
Let's go.
The Emancipation of Mimi is an album by which artist?
Emancipation of Mimi.
Yeah. Oh, you have one lifeline.
Yeah.
You can call in Ron or Bex to answer a question for you.
Emancipation of Mimi.
15 seconds, by the way. Let me because we're
Let's
pausing.
go. UK.
No hints. No hints. 15 seconds.
K-Coke.
No. Emancipation of Mimi is an album by Mariah Carey.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking Mimi, the music blogger.
This one might be a bit easy. Science. The theory of relativity is condensed to what formula?
E equals MC squared.
One question right. Let's go. Sports. Now you have to get the rest of them right because I already
Yeah,
go.
go.
Conor McGregor was the first double champ in the UFC. Mm-hmm. Can you name another 2? To win double champ, I mean they've held the belt simultaneously at the same time. Okay,
DC and who's the other double champ? Mighty Mouse wasn't a double champ, was he?
I need to give.
No, I know. DC was a double champ.
10 seconds.
Wait, like together?
Yes, simultaneously at the same time.
Simultaneously at the same time. Oh,
DC was one. That's true.
Volkanovski.
Nah, he lost. He lost.
Who's it?
The answer would have been Henry Cejudo. He held the flyweight and the bantamweight at the same time.
Henry.
And Amanda Nunes.
Amanda! Okay.
Who else
Anyways,
would have been?
food is on me then.
I'll keep going.
Yeah.
This one's a bit hard. But this one I'll give you 50-50. Baku is the capital city of which country? Mm-hmm. Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's F1 thing. You know?
You're doing well. Who was the first guest to bring us a podcast gift?
Obese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, you went 20 under. That's bad. If you just guessed Amanda Nunes, you would have got it.
I was close. You know what? Because I know DC did it. I know Connor did it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Henry Cejudo did
Henry
it.
Cejudo did it. He won the flyweight and the bantamweight. He held them at the same time.
I know. I remember
Amanda
Volk
Nunes
was
is
supposed to get it, but
Yeah,
then he
he
lost that
lost
fight,
to
even though
Phil.
he kind of won that
Izzy
fight.
lost as well when he went up to the
Yeah.
double champ status as well.
Oh, I like this. I like this new. This new
I didn't want to tell
sessions.
you beforehand that I was going to ask you questions because I didn't want you to mentally prepare. I wanted to shock you. The Emancipation of Mimi won. That was Mariah Carey.
Bro, I don't listen to Mariah Carey,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, wow. Except
Like,
when it's Christmas time.
I don't know any Mariah Carey albums.
Yeah, only not that's cause I only know that album because that's a song that Why You So Obsessed With Me.
Oh, her diss to Eminem.
Yeah.
That beef has to be one of the funniest beefs ever.
Do you know till today I actually don't get why that beef was?
Apparently they were linking or something like that, but then something happened.
Okay.
And then like she was like he's kind of like obsessed with her, and she's I don't even know. Then she made obviously that song, and then she has the fake Eminem in the video.
Yeah.
Rap beefs don't slap like they used to, man.
Because everybody's like a bit too sensitive. People are like trying to do the artistry of rap. The last proper one was maybe Pusha and Drake.
Yeah.
Pusha went over the line quick. Pusha was like, I'm not.
fuck that,
I'm
bro.
gonna kill this before it even becomes a
if
thing.
if I'm here for smoke, I'm here for smoke.
Yeah, and I think Drake said it because then he did like an interview with LeBron. It was like Pusha was willing to go to places where Drake wasn't. And again, Drake has more to lose. He has endorsements. He has there's a certain way Pusha can move.
That
Drake just can't, and he's not willing to lose that bag. But I came here. This is the first time I'm recording since the football happened. Let me talk my shit for 5 minutes, bitch.
Okay, cool.
So, basics back. Shout out to them. They hosted a football event for mental health awareness, and they raised like €250. Shout out Haji, Ash, and Ree from Get to Just podcast. Check out their podcast as well. It's a good podcast to listen to.
Haji was here.
So Haji was here as well. So they organize, and shout out to Dongo as well. Dongo was the one that was like, text me quick. It's like, we're gonna do a team in Doms. So I had a team named after me. They did stats. They gave everybody was gassing themselves. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that. They're gonna get to that. They violated those mans. Then I'm chilling. I see my team. I look at my team and I'm like, all right, like you know Beckley. Beckley's a very prideful person. He's not gonna go there and not show up. And I know Ron is sneaky competitive. Like Ron is like, he's not, and Dan is a rapper. Rappers by default have egos, isn't it? Yeah. You gotta have an ego. So I'm chilling. Be Humble, who's also been on the pod. They're actually out with you mans at Smiles listening party. Midnight, I'm chilling, watching my sports content. These mans are FaceTiming me. Saying, hey, Lindomps, your team, yeah? If I speak on it, I'll be suspended for 6 months. That's what the goodies shouting at me. I'm just like, calm. But the whole thing did make sense because nobody's seen anybody play. I get it. There's probably better footballers there, but if the better footballers shine when there's more time and space. Yeah. In a condensed area, it's about game. Fitness. Who can keep running up and down? So they're trying to share. We pull up first match, playing Goodies team, smack them 3-1. Head's gone. Team in Doms won. I didn't talk shit. I told my team, because I know Bex is like Yoruba man. He's very prideful. I was telling him, yo, these man's FaceTime me. They say these man's are easy food, you know.
That's people management.
Yeah, I knew I would. Like I said, they say you guys they're easy food, and I'm telling it to Dan. We had AB events. We had an AB on our team. I didn't even know it was AB events until I saw it on Twitter. I was like, oh, okay, that's AB on Insta. Sorry, easy food. First match, slap them. Second match, Team Cello, battered them. We're in the final. Team KD, battered them. Nobody can chat to us at this stage. We make it to the final. So we just play Team KD last. Team Cello's team is resting. They're getting rest. And bear in mind, Cello, what holds he at? 23, 24? All his boys are that age. Young boys. They're active. They be jumping walls and shit. You know
they're still walking.
Yeah, one guy, Young is baller. He was killing us. So we beat Cello's team 7-2 when everybody was fit and fresh. We played the last group game against KD's team. Then quick turnaround. The game's over. We're playing the final against Cello's team. Straight away.
You guys need to be
4-minute break for us, but we're resting for 15 minutes while we were playing because every game was 15 minutes.
They're pretty much fresh again.
So we're like, we get on the pitch. They take a shot. I was in net. I was the goal for the whole thing. Want to take a touch to stop it? Ball rolls under my feet.
Once your fitness is gone,
my mind is doing it, but my body just didn't do what my mind wanted, and that was just like lack of inactivity, lack of not being sharp, not playing football. Because when we were both fit, hey, Cello's team, you deserve to win. Young is finals MVP, but we both know when we were well rested, we knew what happened. You know that? So I just came here to chat my shit because they disrespected my team. And I guess they had reason to. They had nobody has seen us play.
They gave Ron like 17 pace or something like that. That's so rude. I'm busting someone's head.
Yeah. But now they got to up our thing. But I say, like, I just wanted to talk my shit and say, like, to put respect on our names, you know. Like, I don't play ball anymore, but I understand how ball works. If that makes sense.
My guy was doing team management.
In a small, confined space, it doesn't matter how good your techer is. Like, Dongo was trying to do Michael Jordan. You watch Last Dance? Yeah. When Michael Jordan would take every shot. And Phil Jackson had to be like, you have to trust your teammates. And eventually trusted the teammate, and the teammate made shots, and he won because the team was, Dongo was trying to take ball, beat one, beat two, took one shot, saved it. Every time he had the ball, we just press him. Because he's
not going to pass. And Dongo has something to prove.
Yeah, and because he gave speech, because obviously he was hosting it as well. They put his name there, he was helping them host. He says, okay, I'm trying to win this thing. He tried to do 1-2. The ball didn't come back to him. That was him gone for the rest of it. After that, I was like, yeah, but then they lost. Team Dongo lost 3 in a row. They said 3 games, no goals, no assists.
Jesus Christ.
But nah, I say all that to say, like, even that, I was like, you went to Smiles the day before, I think, the event. The night before.
Cold.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know who that DJ was, but bro, because me and Tolu were there, and it was like 11 o'clock. It was like the thing had... First of all, I started late, but you know, it is what it is. 11 o'clock, I was looking, it was like 11:15 or something like that. I'm looking at Tolu like, bruv, I'm tired. That was the day we just recorded
3 episodes.
And then you went to do slightly more. I went to do Wild and Out. We did another 2 episodes that day. I did 5 podcast episodes that day. Then, so then we did the Wild and Out practice, and then I went there. I was tired. I was looking at the time, quarter to 11
and
o'clock.
Was it Sunday of a banker though? So the next day was an off day, or was it the Monday of a banker?
No, it was the Sunday because then you guys had the thing the next day. Yes. And then everyone says goodbye. Smiles has performed now. It's just at this point it's just a party. People do what you want to do. And then this DJ comes out of nowhere and starts playing bangers for like an hour and a half. I think we left that place at like 12:30.
The energy comes back when good music comes on, innit? Yeah.
There were so many times, oh yeah, I'm gone. Banger.
Like you're about to go, then you hear, he don't cast. You're like, I'm a good
bro,
right
yeah,
now.
like, and
I'm not
like,
leaving.
you know what? Yeah, it was one of the best nights I've had out in a long time, and it was
Yeah, you
just
were
so
saying.
unexpected. Like, bro, like it was cool. Like it was vibes, isn't it?
And then I think I was saying it to you, obviously, like it's good to, like, we go into spaces where people attend these events for the intended purpose. Like if someone is coming to a Smiles listening party, they're coming for Smiles listening party.
Yeah.
People are gathering to play football, they're gathering to play football. So like, we don't go into spaces where the shenanigans happening, or we won't find ourselves there. Because if we're stepping out, whatever the purpose of that event is, and big ups to everybody now, because everybody's like taking it serious when they're putting something on, whether it be a sporting event or be a listening party. They're putting time into like, okay, how am I going to have my set ready? How am I going to host them? Am I going to have visuals before I host? Even Aji and them, it was a quick turnaround for the football, but we came and they had shirts with our names on the back. They had Red Bull sponsors. So that was a good weekend, bro. Yeah.
It was cool. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, shout out to the boys. Shout out to Smiles. Shout out to the boys. It was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
put respect to my name. But this time I want to win. Next time I'm just gonna go have fun. I want to prove a point. I want to prove like I'm just not here for dead food. So next time if I just have fun, whatever happens.
Nah, fuck that. Like,
No,
you gotta
go to win again.
You have to go to win every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to win every time.
You have to recruit that young
Because the thing is, right, if they catch you slipping, now you're the joke. You're the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
And next time your tech is gonna be 13.
Oh man, when I let that goal in, Becky was so disappointed. He wanted to shout, but he just couldn't. But yeah, and also we were doing things. You hosted Wilder now. How'd that go?
It was cool, man. Like it was my first official like proper hosting gig where like a lot of people would see me on stage and shit like that. I think it went well. You know, like we had fun, crowd had fun. I was pissed off for a while just because like we had technical difficulties and like we lost all the music and our sounds and all of that. So kind of like fucked, like we had so much momentum going into it. Like the first, because what we had was, we had DJs playing music first, then we had 5 games, then we had a pause, an intermission, we had one performer. Well, what it was supposed to be was one performer, another 5 games and another performer. Toshin, once again, her voice is angelic, bro.
Oh,
like,
yes, I think
her voice
who was
is
performing
crazy.
again? Toshin and
Junzi. Junzi has so much. That boy's a star, man. He's got so much energy on stage. Like, you know, sometimes with stuff like that, when someone's performing, you just kind of, that's when you go to get a drink and shit like that. People were sitting down watching. Like, this guy was busting moves on stage. Stage presence was crazy. Toshin, her voice is just insane. And then, like, she's a performer as well. So then we had Toshin come on, and then we were supposed to come back. But then what happened was we just having technical difficulties, so we had to put Junzi on next, and then we literally skipped 2 or 3 games.
Okay.
Just because technical difficulties,
the time
and then it kind of like just fumbled things, but it went well though.
And that was Wild and Out as an event. Does it work here?
Bro, I was
saw
genuinely surprised.
Yeah, I saw fucking Keston's challenge when they gave him the word challenge and he freestyled into it. That was good.
You know what? I was thoroughly surprised.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually thoroughly surprised. Like, because, like, like, a lot of it is freestyle. But the thing is, like, you know who your opponents are. So you might, like, write a little something. But, with the words, you don't know what words you're getting. You just get a word. Niggas were getting pied. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, with the let me holler. So you have to, Wild Now Girl on stage, you have to come chat to her, whatever. Like, people were coming with bars. I was like, okay, like it was actually good. Like, and the thing is, like, it wasn't one of those things that was awkward. The crowd didn't care. The crowd were loving it. I was coming on stage like, who do you think is gonna win? The black squad, the pink squad? I was saying, judges are telling me that the pink squad won this. The black, no, black squad, bro. It was going off, man. That's why I was just annoyed that the technical difficulties happened. Yeah. But bro, I think overall, bro, it was a success, man. Like, it was a good show. Questionable moments.
Did you want to speak to Don't you know I've been debating, like, this behind the curtains, we've been debating, like, all day. It's like, do we want to touch on this or do we just want to move on past it? Like, this situation.
Okay, right now on the fly, should we?
Yeah, like...
All right, let's speak about it then.
Let's speak about like, the joke that happened. Like...
All right. So, fuck it. Fuck it. No one's gonna slap me.
Yeah.
All right, so... What's called? The video that most of you people have seen now, the only white boy on both teams comes out and says, "I know I'm not black, but I'm still that." And then
the crowd says the N-word.
Some people in the crowd and some people on his team say the N-word. Do you get what I'm saying? And that caused a bit of outroar, a bit of outpour. And you know what? Yeah, like I actually hear it. I hear it from both sides. Like I hear it from the side of like, you just basically said nigga in front of a room full of black people. That's mad. Like the thing is, the part that nobody sees in the video is that they got a buzzer. Number one, he didn't get a point for that. It was a buzzer. There was a bunch of people in the crowd that were uncomfortable. As soon as I got on stage after, because
I saw your reaction was like you were kind of like, what just happened there?
As soon as I got on stage after, I was like, that was questionable. I don't know how I felt about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like, why the outrage was there, I very much do understand it, and it is 100% valid.
Yep.
But then on the other side of it, that's the only space you get away with that, because I'm even pretty sure on the actual Wild 'N Out show that exact joke has been said.
The concept, I've said it to you offline. The concept has been used. It's like Freaky Friday, the music video, when Lil Dicky is in Chris Brown's body and says, "Can I say the N-word? Maybe I should. What up, my nigga?" It's Lil Dicky using a black man to say the N-word, which is essentially what happened on stage. Was a white boy using a black audience to say the N-word for him. So essentially, like saying it, yeah. And so I can understand being in that space, being like very uncomfortable and letting someone even white be comfortable enough to make that joke, and I can rub people the wrong way because of like the impact the word has.
Yeah. So like on one level I agree with the what's called the everyone that has a problem with it. On another level, I also understand why in that space it worked like that. Not that everybody's a coon or everybody wants to defend this white boy. It is also just like, if you watch Wild 'N Out, a lot of it is racism and like just obviously low hanging fruit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
if you're a fat guy, they make fun of you for being fat.
If you're Asian,
if you're a girl, you have no ass, they make fun of you for like being. It's like whatever's quick and snappy.
If you're Asian, they make fun of you for eating cats and eating this and spring rolls and all of this kind of shit. So once again, not saying that is okay, and not saying that it should get a pass for that reason.
Yeah.
Like, granted, someone probably should pull up the U. Do you get what I'm saying? Once again, but I'm host. I got hosted for something. He's not my boy. He's not like someone I particularly care about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna now stop the whole show and everything to check somebody that, to be fair, I don't really support. Like,
that's the thing. It's like sometimes it's twice in the last month now. Kieran has kind of got like that airtime, and he's rattled a lot of people in that way. Again, I understand. Like you have to nip it in the bud. The comfort, okay, he's doing the accent, he's talking to the auntie, he's doing the accent, then he gets to a stage where he takes malt and then he starts talking in an African accent, and now he's basically saying the N-word. At some point, like if the validation keeps growing for these jokes, then you'll keep pushing the boat. We'll all do it. If I say something on the pod and it gets a bit of traction, and people do content, if they do a piece of content that gets a bit of traction, they want to run it back. They'll be like, okay, let me do this again. If anybody knows me, I'm going to use like Fabudi as an example. I've had the biggest Fabudi agenda because, not that this is the same, but his joke depicted the worst stereotype of black people. But because he kept getting validation, he kept pushing it. He kept seeing like, okay with it. He was getting cheap white laughs, and it elevated his status. And so as a human, I can understand. It's like, oh, if I'm doing something that's working, why, if it's elevating me, despite that it's defective, like how it's making my black people look, I'm going to keep going. And that's the importance of like stopping like the youth where he is now, because it's going to get to a stage where he's going to keep getting validation from this. And this is you get quick validation on TikToks. You'll do an accent, you get validation. You drink malt, you get validation. You're going to be like, okay, now you do that joke and people are starting and talking about it. You want to keep pushing the envelope. So it's good to reel it in now and be like, okay, in that space it was funny. Because understand there's like people from his community that are watching those TikToks and seeing those accents that don't have relationship with black people. Now their perception is this, because if we're watching it and we're laughing, and even though people see it as entertainment, there's a 15-year-old that's like, oh, if they laugh at it, there must be some truth to it. There must be some cadence. And then we'll get frustrated, like, why are we viewed this way? Not to say it's like it's our fault, but it's also a responsibility that we have, that if he's going to be in this spaces, we educate it, we stop it, we nip it in the bud.
But look, this is the thing, like, and this is something I've been debating for a while now, bro, because like, this is the thing, right? If it's somebody that I don't support, it's somebody that like I just so happen to be around, like, remove Kieran out of this fucking situation for a second, put anybody else in that situation, am I like? Do I have to educate everybody?
No,
like
it's
do you
not
get what
your
I'm
job
saying?
either.
Like it should be on.
What I'm
it
saying
should be
is-
on the people that validate you, the people that give you a platform to speak.
That's what I was getting.
It should be on the people that your friends that are out there and all that kind of shit. It's not on me.
No, it's not on you. But if Slight Motif, who hosted the event, are inviting him into that space, then it like if you are going to look, I said it's the industry. The industry right now is very transactional. Nobody's getting paid, so we're using each other's platform or helping grow each other, blah blah blah. So if you're willing to take that risk, whatever, because if the joke is premeditated and you knew that joke was coming, then the responsibility is on you because as a 21-year-old white kid, you might just think this is jokes.
Yeah.
Like in that instant, like or any it might take, so it's not on you to educate him. But if I'm inviting someone in my platform, my space, and they're going to say that, it's also good to pull them aside and be like,
But
that's
like,
cool.
and that's just what it is for me. Like that's why I'm not getting involved in any debates. I'm not getting involved in anything because like at the end of the day, like I've kind of gone to a place where I don't give my opinion unless it's asked about. Do you get what I'm saying? And with that, unless he comes and disrespects me to my face and disrespects me directly, I have no reason to. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
What
also
if he tries to kiss you on the cheek like he did with Dongo?
you're not. He's not going to try that with me. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Like, because like I don't like. You're not going to try that with me. Do you get what I'm saying? So and for that reason, that's why I'm just kind of like. It's weird and annoying, right? Because I fully understand the outrage, and I actually support the reason why people are outraged because it is wild.
It is wild.
And the thing is, if you're not in that environment of the wild and out,
If
like
you're looking at it from the lens of a phone,
bro, people were saying crazy shit, bro. Like someone said, why do you look mannish to a girl? Like, do you get what I'm saying? That is not acceptable in any other place but that environment. So both things can be true. It could be a little less, you can get away with it more in the environment, but it could also be wrong. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a comic on stage can maybe like Dave Chappelle will push the boat on the LGBT community, but because it's on stage, sometimes like it's a bit wild, but it's in it for entertainment. But if Dave Chappelle just was having that conversation in a workplace,
do you get
sacked.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Immediately.
And then also there's this thing of like, using people for clout and stuff like that, right? From the other side, right? There's a reason why people collaborate and do things, right? If somebody is getting millions of followers and millions of likes, they are going to sell tickets. At the end of the day, people are trying to make money and they're trying to sell tickets and stuff like that. And look, anybody can have their own opinion on integrity and anyone can have their own opinion on all of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you put these events and stuff on for
it's that saying that they say, I always say, that the business doesn't have a moral. The business isn't moral or immoral. There's amoral. The moral is to make money.
Do you get what I'm saying? and it's kind of like, because we've had the exact same criticism on this podcast of like people saying that when we'd have friends and shit on and people were like, I don't care about the person you have on. Like, the person you have on has to mean something or do something. Do you get what I'm saying? So now when we get an artist on, it's like, okay, cool. Some people might watch because it's an artist they like. That's why people would like, even look at, let's talk about Mizzy from the UK, the boy that's going running into people's houses and doing all of these pranks and stuff like that. There's a reason why now he's made Piers Morgan. There's a reason why now he's been on like all of these TV on this show and all this kind of shit. It's because people like if you're putting out stuff, it needs to be something that people are interested in. And look,
it's the reason why Andrew Tate skyrocketed in a year. It was from nowhere to the most Googled guy in the world.
It literally, so like hate somebody or love somebody,
you pay the same price of admission.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing is, like, for me, with stuff like that, if I don't support somebody or I don't think somebody's funny or I don't think anything is like that, I just don't engage in it.
Yeah.
I don't speak about Andrew Tate because I don't support him. So I don't speak about him because if I speak about him, that's just pushing more towards him, which is going to give him more fucking opportunities.
Yeah. And it's acknowledging sometimes it's not for you. Like, I could look at some content and look at my age. I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn 30 this year. So 20-year-old doing cheap comedy. I don't find it funny, but it's getting 3.2 million views.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So there's an audience that enjoy it. Do you know that kind of way?
And this is the thing, right? Like, and this is what I'll always tell people, like, companies, unless it's like I said in the last episode, white people pet black people. Unless they made their numbers off slagging gay people or LGBTQ, whatever. Racism, unless you're like overtly, stupidly racist, they don't care. Companies don't care how the numbers came. They just care about the numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? You can see with the likes of Ekin Su from Love Island. Most of her followers are because she's pretty and she was on thing, most of her followers are men. So when she now gets an old poly deal and they give her a bag of money and then they realize that, oh shit, the people that follow you either don't buy it or they're men. So they don't care about how the numbers came, they just care about the numbers. So all of that same vim, please follow Victor Alfred. Go post this shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if Victor had 3.2 million followers, he's getting different things that's changing his life.
That's another thing, yeah. Sometimes I feel like we validate the other side, like, quite... So, like, they'll talk in an accent or they'll dance on Love Island and we'll be like, Olua, Azak, whatever. And then you'll see Victor Alfred on 600K. That boy should be clear. In my mind, yeah, if I saw a guy, no Love Island tax, he's making his own TikToks, he's making his own following, but they're from another demographic, 600K. By the end of the year, he'll have 1 million based on what he's doing. Not because he's on Love Island, not because he has any brand.
Not because he's using anybody else's clout. He's literally just sitting there being creative in his house.
Or in his car. Again, I don't know. The boy could be clear, but in my brain, I'm like, if this was something...
Nah, Victor's not clear like he should be clear, bro.
Like, he should, that's what I'm thinking.
Victor's
I was like,
not clear. Like,
that's who we should be, like, giving, like, talking about and giving credit to and giving, like, think pieces about. That's the guy that was like, look what he's doing for
also, you know, I'm just going to say this now, yeah. Look, I'm down to having a conversation with anybody. Anybody knows that we on Charge It, literally, our last episode went out, the first 15 minutes of audio was fucked up. At least 4 people hit us up and be like, yo, the audio wasn't great. We've been told that, yo, your podcast is good. We just don't see you around anywhere. We've been told that our guests are dead. We've been told all of this. I will sit down and have any conversation with anybody about anything that I personally said or anything that I personally do. Don't come to my mentions about anybody that's not Jordan or not my brother. If it's not those 2 people, don't chat to me about it. Yeah. And also, I'm a big man. I'm not writing not writing paragraphs on Twitter.
I will wait. Hold on. I'll write paragraph about football and basketball.
Yeah, but
I'm passionate about those things.
Yeah, but
I love those things. I will argue back and forth about football.
if you want to chat to me about something, not saying that this isn't even about this situation, because I feel like this situation was blown completely out of proportion, and it's not about this situation. But if you have a problem with anything that I said, hit me in the DMs and we'll have a chat about it. But I'm not going on the timeline. I don't tweet anyways, so don't think I'm going to start coming to tweet because you're coming for me. Yeah. And that's that on that situation. If anybody has anything to say, hit me in the DM or see me in person and chat to me then. But don't come and be doing timeline warrior with me, please don't.
And just on that, something to touch on what Deji just said. We got the feedback, and Shikemi, number 1 podcast fan.
Boom! Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. We really appreciate it.
Fam, free candle for you.
You know what? That's true. Free candle for you. What was said back to us is kind of the same thing that we said. We did, like, in terms of the guests, yes, we definitely need to have a bigger variety of guests. The artists were releasing music all summer. They're requesting to come on and share their stories and have their marketing. Our marketing run, again, we're a platform, so we provide a platform. So I do get that. On the technical side, 4 people text us like, yo, the audio's off. And that also cold.
I appreciate that, man.
We appreciate that.
Like, I love that shit, man. Keep texting me.
Yeah, so we really appreciate the feedback. And it was very kind of what we were saying anyways, offline.
Also, if you have anybody that is doing some cool shit or some interesting shit, I don't know everybody. Yeah. I'm very much, me and Jordan really keep to ourselves for the most part. So hit us and let us know. Yeah. Like, and be like, oh, I think this person does such and such. Would you have them on the podcast? Yeah. We might say no. We might say yes. Just let us know, innit?
We'll see how many followers they have first.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We'll see how many followers.
See if they have 3.2 million likes.
Anyways, bro,
what's good? Let's pop an intro and then we'll get
let's pop an intro and get into some shit. Let me talk about Dubai first. Anyways, we're here. We are Charge.
Bang, 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 bang.
And we are the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Uncle Jay, but you mans call me Jordan, and I'm here with...
Yo, it's Big Deji, your girl's favorite voice, your girl's favorite host, nigga with the Midas touch. You know how you do it.
Oh my gosh, this added the extension. I'm
what's good? You know,
I thought you said on stage, you know.
Yeah, I did my intro on stage.
I was like, man, like your girl's favorite voice.
What's good? My intro was...
I'm gonna say
Big
though,
Deji,
yeah.
AKA your girl's favorite voice.
I gotta say, big ups to you because you are trying to step out of your bubble and try to step out of your shell. Even when I saw you do the car story, I was like, man, like, dude, you know.
I think that might be the first time I've ever. You know, you are the only person. There's like 3 people that text me about that. I think that might be the first time I've ever spoken my story.
I was like, oh, bro, put the camera. He's driving. He's doing the cruise. You just have to do it more, especially because you're trying to do content agent, trying to be a personality, you're trying to host things. You're trying to be your own brand, and being your own brand, you're going to have to That's the beauty in Dongo. He is the brand. Like, he'll go on live, he'll go on his story, he'll speak. So he is the brand, and people buy into that. They buy into the personality. So I know you're trying to like go down the similar path where you become the brand. So those kind of leaders. So proud of you for that, bro.
Thanks
for just stepping up.
But yeah, let's talk about Dubai. So Jordan just came back from being a bad boy in Dubai.
One thing about me is, Dej, I lean in or double down. So
Yeah.
if they say you're a bad B, I'm gonna lean in and double down. So obviously I was in Dubai in June. We planned this a while ago. I was telling her.
Wait, sorry. Did I win?
Oh no, she was under. She stayed under.
Oh,
I was like at 44. It's like,
3 away. Oh my god.
What Dej is asking about is, so when we booked Dubai, I was telling Simi, I was like, babes, Dubai in June, 40 degrees. It's not gonna be enjoyable. But she pushed. She was like, nah, we're gonna go start of the year, like try to get 2 holidays end of the year. Because I was pushing for like September, October, because to be a bit cooler. And you know what? She pushed. She was like, my friends went this time.
To be honest, at the end of at the end of the day, she has the final say.
Yeah, I gave in. We get to Dubai. First time we get there, we even get to Paris first because we did a layover. God, connecting flights are so annoying, man.
The most annoying thing ever.
Especially when you have to take a train to the next one and and it's impossible to find the next gate because Paris is like big terminals. That's how we go into the first 5 of the holiday. Like already you're arguing because I want to take my time to do things and figure it out. Like make sure I'm doing it proper so we don't have to go to another place.
You just want to go.
But she's the opposite. She's like, why are we slowing down? Let's go. I'm like, if you're on a connecting flight and you do it wrong, that's more detrimental than
also,
rushing.
just know all of your bags are in Dubai. You be in Paris.
But that's like our personalities. I like take my time. I do things slow at a slower pace. But she's like, "Yeah, you're such a slow." She just wants go. Be at the first argument because everybody you're stressed. You don't know where your terminal is. They're telling you to take a train. Everybody's emotions are high. Argue. But anyways, we were in Paris. She felt the weather. She's like, the heat. I was like, oh God. We're not making out the hood.
You know we're going to the desert, right?
We're not making out the hood. So we get there. We get to Dubai. We land and they're just at the airport already doing like, I think it was 9 complaints the first night. So in my circle, then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a count. Within the first week, she racked like I was only gone for like 10 days. Within the first 4 days, she racked like 30 already. But you're acclimatized to it. Even if you're feeling the weather, you'll just stop complaining. Yeah, You just won't say it anymore. You won't voice it. So that's kind of why it slowed down. Because if initially the heat is hitting you, it's like, bro, this heat doesn't go anywhere. It could be. Why is it 34 degrees at 1 a.m.?
Because it's the desert.
The appeal of Dubai. Look, I'll say this now, yeah. It is the best aesthetically looking country I've been to. It's the most aesthetically pleasing city I've ever been to in terms of like to look at. What they've done is, I was texting you, like they've taken what works in every city because Dubai is like recently, it's built on a desert. Yeah. They've taken what works in every city and they've brought it to Dubai. They have the boat and the yacht life that you get in Miami. Yeah. They have the big 6-lane roads that you'll see in like in LA, high rise that you see. But what I will say is, it lacks the soul of a London. Do you ever walk around like Camden or like New York? Whenever walk into a city that has people have lived there for 100 years, it's a melting pot. When you're in some parts in London, you feel like, this is the soul of London.
That's because Dubai's fake.
Yeah, like it literally is. The beach is hot water.
Yeah, like you know what it is. Yeah, so because they have all of this oil money. Oil runs out one day. Yeah. So they want to make enough things that tourism was going to be the thing that brings them money. Yeah. So that's why they want to have the biggest and the best of everything. Yeah. So that's what Dubai is.
Well, yeah. Dubai itself, I would definitely recommend. Everybody's saying any time of the year it's hot anyways. You walk into the beach, the water is warm because they can't control the temperature and it's on a desert. It's man-made. So the water just stays warm in the beach or in your pool because they control the temperature. It's actually cool.
They cool it, yeah.
So there's, like you're saying, it's built for tourism. First night we get there, we link up with Dami. Dami's been on the podcast. He told us how to invest in the house. He saw we were coming. DM him, whatever. And then he saw we were coming. Went to a Jamaican joint. Calm, nice. Second time, African restaurant. Bussin'. Kiza. I'm gonna give them free game. Kiza, sponsor me. I'll come back. One time, we went to a place, spent €100 on lunch. I was shook. Fuck it. The food is shit. That's what annoyed me even more. We went to some barbecue joint because we stayed on a strip. We were like, we're at a strip. Let's just go to a barbecue joint. You go there, 1 starter each, and a main and a drink, £100. I fell on my knees at Walmart.
Remember the last place that I said I was at? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Lunch about €100.
Jesus. I had to tell my missus we have to be. I was like, if we eat €100 meals twice a day, because the place came with breakfast all inclusive. So not all inclusive. You get breakfast in the morning, so you can go start your day. And we usually would buy lunch and then dinner. I was like, if we spend €100 on every meal, That's
a
not
grand.
sustainable.
That's literally a grand.
That's not. We can't just spend that on
without
food.
shopping, without anything else. Yeah, that's a grand.
Yeah, but there was a day also we went into old Dubai, and I love those kind of days. Like we went to buy gold. Oh, sorry, I didn't go back, so I didn't get you your oud. Bro, the oud, they make oud for you. They get all your favorite fragrances, all your favorite smell. They tell you, so, oh, yeah, that's Giorgio Armani, or that's this one, Tom Ford. So yeah, get me an oil to do it. He has his beaker, his test tube, just makes it for you, gives it to you.
I know the scientist in you was gassed.
Literally. Were you there? I was telling Simi, I was like, wow, he has a conical flask.
You're such a nerd, man.
That was killing me. But no, I love that because even when I went to Asia, I went to kind of see the rice fields. Because when you go where people live, that's where you feel like the soul of the place.
Yeah.
Where Dubai is very artificial. Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, when you go where people live, things are there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not just there to be there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Dubai itself feels like very strategic. It feels like everything was calculated. Like when you're going around there, and my miss was like, "Oh, New York's still the best city you've been to." I'm like, New York is my favorite city I've been to because it's a bit of me: stand-up comedy, basketball, hip hop.
It has all the culture.
It's a bit of me, but Dubai is the best city I've been to.
Yeah,
like
I saw someone say that, as young girls and stuff like that should not live in Dubai before they hit a certain age because you get the best of everything so quickly that once you leave, you're kind of desensitized to everything.
No, that's true. And obviously, I was doing the Jordan vlog series. Shout out you, people. I was seeing people that were in DLT Malta, and then when Beyonce telling me I'm doing too much, I should come home early. So I was just enjoying, like saying, maybe I should have vlogged it better. But
Definitely should have. Fam, why am I waking up one day and Jordan's just in the pool, like top off, sipping a fucking cocktail with the biggest smile on his face, saying, "Yo, work."
Do you know? Because I knew it was a 3-hour gap, so I knew when it was like 1 o'clock over there, it's 10 o'clock here, so everybody's at work. I was like, yeah, y'all working, but Dubai. But I will say though, it's too far to go for a sunny break. Just take me to Spain 2 hours, Marbella.
No, you need to go. Like,
if you're going to go to the place that far with the layover, but I hate traveling day. Especially if you're going to like stopovers and then travel again. Those days are just so long. It's like a whole day of your life gone just for traveling.
What's called? You know what? Because I've been thinking about this lately. I don't know if I know how to travel.
What you mean? What's
like,
that mean?
I feel like anytime when I go somewhere and someone else goes somewhere, it's two different experiences. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't enjoy like the way I travel, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like sometimes I don't get to do a lot of things because sometimes I might wake up a little late.
Okay. What kind of holidays do you like though? Ask yourself that.
Honestly, you know what? I'm kind of on all of them. Like I'm lazy, so give me a lazy holiday anytime. But also, you know, one of those ones when you go with the babes, like when you go with your girl or something like that, like she drags you to all of these places that you don't want to go to, but when you get there, you're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I don't mind those. I don't mind getting up and doing different things as well. Like I want to experience all these different things, so that's why I'm kind of like open to all of them. Like I don't really have one that I prefer over the other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I've done both. Yeah, I've done the adventure one where like where every day you do something. And it's like, I get it, because to be fair to him, we went so far. Like when you're in Asia, Bali, you travel for 16 hours.
Oh, you better
do something every day. Whereas some days it's actually you need to rest because you're not going to enjoy what you're doing that day. We've all been on autopilot.
It's going to feel like a chore.
Yeah. So sometimes it's like, that's why I'm like, if I'm traveling so far in the world, I need to go for like 3-4 weeks. If I'm going to do a 16-hour journey, I need to actually go there so I can give myself a day or two in between stuff. But yeah, some places are just too far because on this one we wanted to do things, but with the heat, the weather, we ended up, it was just kind of like a cool holiday, chill holiday. It was fun. Dubai is fun.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
But sometimes I didn't need to come. I didn't need to spend 8 hours to do this type of holiday. Like I don't mind spending 8 hours to go to Brazil because I'm gonna see different things and enjoy different things. But
I don't know. Like fun. I don't know. I feel like I just don't know how to travel sometimes. Because sometimes I feel like I don't get the authentic experience of the place.
Yes.
And like the past. I can't remember the last holiday that I was like, that was a holiday. That was a really good one. And I feel like, do you ever feel like you get a bit of anxiety going on holiday? Like with your babes?
Yes.
Like, it almost feels like, if someone pops up, I have to know what to do here. And I've never been here before, so I don't know what to do.
God, did I ever tell you we went to New York and we did Airbnb and we messed up. We were staying in an Airbnb in New Jersey. But we landed at JFK, which is like an hour and a half car journey. We said, you know what, we'll take the underground as far as we can, and then get out and get the thing. But this is New York. We're like, we have our luggage. We get into the Bronx. We're underground in the Bronx with 2 suitcases. The anxiety is killing me now,
bro.
Because I'm like, this is New York. You've heard stories about the Bronx. You look like you have 2 suitcases. Anybody can put. It got to a stage where I was like, whatever. I said, whatever money I have to pay for an Uber, at this stage it's worth it. Like, just let me get onto the Uber, and we gotta. And even waiting, someone would just start walking past us. This is at midnight, so this is at nighttime, and like you're shitting it. Next time we went to New York, we're actually staying in Manhattan. But I was like, 65 euros taxi from the JFK to Manhattan. I said, let's get it, man.
Yeah.
Anxiety is not worth it.
Yeah, because
it's not worth it.
Like I was just like, the thing is, if I'm one of my boys, I don't give a fuck, man. Like if someone pops off, at least there's 2 of us. Yeah. If someone pops up, there's 2 of us, or I know I can run and I don't have to look back for you.
Survival of the fittest. I hear it.
You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's even good that you're slower than me because they'll catch you first.
That's what my boy, you always used to say, so you just have to outrun one guy.
You know what I'm saying? Just outrun one guy, you're calm. But if you're with your babes now, just so you
have to be the protector.
Jordan, he's talking to me crazy. Just so
and you know what, really about fighting as an adult.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I just have some level of anxiety, and I think that's why, for me, it's not that I don't enjoy holidays, but I've never been the person where it's like, oh, I really want to go here or go here. Like around my birthday, I was like, you know what, Deji, let me finally go on my first solo trip. And bro, I sat there and I was like, I actually have no idea where I want to go. Like I was looking at,
you have to find a reason to travel though to enjoy the holiday. Like I get what you're saying. Like you go to a place and you don't get the authentic feel of a place. But sometimes we'll go to a hotel and they'll have the pool, they'll have the bar, you're like in a resort. And I think in those, not even a resort, like a strip, a tourist area, let's just say, you won't get the authentic feeling of that place. Like when I went to, even as far as Asia or Mexico, it's only the days that we went to see like the Chechen pyramids that they drove us in the villages.
No,
but
that's different. Like if I'm going to a resort, I know that, this is going to be tailored to white people.
Yeah.
It's a resort. That's what it's there for. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's different. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, let's say if you go Paris.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when you go Paris, you want to see the Eiffel Tower, you want to stand on the road, you want to take a picture, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do that, you want to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? You want to have some authentic food. And I feel like sometimes when I find food spots, they're not busting like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like, and like, maybe it's just a social media thing of when I look at other people's socials when they like travel somewhere. Because like, some people have been to places that I've been, and I'm like, we didn't go to the same place.
I see that about, especially the influencers.
Oh,
like, where was did you go to a different, does this 2 of these places exist and I just went to the shit one that they took people down there? That one I hear. That one you could look at people's holiday and look at your holidays. Obviously, like my missus watches vlogs all the time, and I look at some of these vlogs. I'm like, did we not go to Tulum? What Tulum is? Are they out?
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, because the thing is, like, because influencers, like proper influencers, like that make money and all that kind of shit. I'm like, okay, cool. You probably got a different experience. You got a package, like, the hotel might have invited you. Your budget is a little different from mine. But bro, these are people I'm following on Instagram. I was with you last week. How the fuck? Where's that? Do you know what I mean?
Some people know how to take pictures. Maybe they just.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's social media or if it's that I'm holidaying wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I could be on holiday with another group of people. I was like, oh shit, this is wavy. Do you get what I mean?
That's such a good point. There was like the pool party, but the hotel I was staying at hosted out of office pool party on Fridays, and I was looking at it from my balcony. I was like, "This is like your typical pool party. Like, black people are there pool partying." And my missus was like saying, "Oh, someone I follow is at that pool party," and I'm looking at it. I was like, "What was this?" That was just a pool party that we were at, but on socials, the way they make it looks lit. But from my balcony, I was like, "It's kind of." I didn't even go down. I was like, "Oh, that looks good."
But it slaps different when you're drunk though.
That is true. Because on the day before we left as well, very young, like younger people were there. That age of like 20 to 24 range.
Oh, they just got some money.
They just got some money. They've seen Dubai on story since. First holiday, group holiday. Everybody jump on plane. Yeah, it was fun.
Did you see any girls where you're like, you're definitely here because you're getting shit done?
I didn't, but there was bare BBL like babes over there.
Yeah.
Where like even it got to a stage like someone was pointing that to me. You got so desensitized too, where you're like, oh, this is influencer central. Bare BBL babes, and they're like, yeah, this is Maybe this is why they're here for.
Someone flew them out.
Maybe they earn their own money. Do you know you can actually also rent a Lambo to drive around Dubai as well?
Yeah, obviously, the baby would just rent cars.
Oh, they were there. They're asking me. I was like, €300 for 2 days though.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's actually.
Wait, €200 for 2 days?
2 days.
Run that,
they
man.
take your passport as well, and the roads are like wide, so it's very plausible. But like again,
when I go to Dubai, when you guys see me in the Lambo, face your front.
Again, it's one of those like if it was like me and you going, I'm like, yeah,
run
get
that.
me in a Lambo. But sometimes like. She starts stressing. She starts like you're going too fast.
No.
The experience is the same.
That's when you switch it and you get range, or you get Urus. Ooh.
When Deji go to Dubai, he's gonna do more bad beat than me.
Oh, look, that's the land of bad beat.
Yeah, no, Dubai. It's designed for
like
it.
bro.
It's designed for it.
If I'm going to Dubai, I'm bringing a certain amount of money because I know I'm going there to spend stupidly.
Yeah.
Like
definitely, it's like. How are you spending on holidays? Do you spend freely or do you budget? Or do you have like an open budget?
I try to budget, but then it never works out, and I end up spending bags. Like, I told you what I spent on the last thing.
Yeah.
Bro,
and you weren't even away for that long.
To this day, I'm like, how the fuck did I spend that?
You weren't even. I was like, when you were saying it to me, I was like, yeah, the broski wasn't even away for that long, and.
Do you know what I'm saying? Stupid.
Fair enough.
Stupid.
But
so like, I don't know. It feels like I tap, and then I look at my account and
that's the thing though. I have to put it into my Revolut.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tap it onto my main account because I will lose like.
No, but the thing is, I tap on my Revolut and then I realize that I put €200 in my Revolut. It's gone in a day, and then I put more. So then the budget's kind of out the window.
What kills on holidays is like public transport and food. Not public transport and food. Like paying Uber because we were doing like they have an app Kareem if you're gonna go to Dubai, download Kareem. So you get you like cheap taxis, so that kind of like help. Because then, people go there to do lifestyle. They'll call you, hey, you want to get into a Lexus? Hey, do you want to get into a BMW? This is like because people want to do the snap in it. I'm like, brother, Dubai Mall, I'm going to get there at the same time distance anyway. So what you trying to guess with this?
Some people want to do RR.
Yeah, of course. Like it's like that song Dave says, if he sees the lights in your story, he's not talking to you. Because apparently there's like Maybachs that light up. They have stars on the roof. I didn't know that until I saw TikTok.
Roses, man.
That's the one.
The Rolls Royce, yeah.
I didn't know that until I saw TikTok recently, and they said when Dave said, I was like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
That's what he meant for that.
When when I started learning about Richard Mille goes on, what the fuck is Richard?
Bro, when he said Richard Mille cost
okay.
Let me talk about Dubai Mall, yeah. Brother, if you go in there, have money. Every design, there's a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, all those shops, they have locks and someone waiting at the door for you to go in. Mm-hmm. They look at you first. Can you actually come in here? I saw one watch at the window. I saw no price. I was like, God damn it.
Oh yeah, those places
I was like,
prices.
God damn it. They tell you you're broke without telling you you're broke.
Bro, that's your house. You're looking at your house.
That's what I was saying to her. I said, buy me an Audemars Piguet. She's like, well, I haven't finished paying our mortgage. You want me to buy you Audemars Piguet?
What's called soon though? Rolly comes soon. Yeah. Oh shit! I want to take a moment to say R.I.P. to Brianna.
Oh God.
Yeah, she's gone, man. I sold her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's gone, man.
Finally.
Yeah, man. She's someone else's problem now.
God, Brianna's been giving this problem since we were in the previous studio.
Yeah, now she's gone. But yeah. Fam. To be honest, I've never really been a designer guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's because I don't have money.
That's why I think I've said this before. Like Mandy from Horrible Decisions, or the other one, Wheezy. Horrible Decisions. She said the same thing. She's like, I didn't think I was that person. Then I started making money. I was like, I can be that person.
Yeah.
What's person.
Adekunle Gold said on 90s Baby as well. He's like, I didn't think I was. I always said I don't like. But when he has pizza, I like.
Because when you have like millions, you still want to show that you're wealthy. Through Audemars Piguet. I think it's like when you get to like the billions that you don't care about showing you're wealthy anymore. Because everybody knows. Everybody knows Jeff Bezos was wealthy.
No, the thing is, you show it. You just show it in different ways. Like
you buy art. Jay-Z and that.
Yes, but even like with all of the flashy brands like the LV prints and all that kind of shit, you don't like. There's certain people that buy that, but then because you want like I'm wearing LV, you're not gonna wear a black tee that just looks like a regular black tee.
Yeah,
but who will? Mark Zuckerberg. Where each tee costs like 300, 400.
Yeah. Because it feels like he's not wearing anything. It feels like it's his own skin.
However,
Cashmere, that's the one.
However, there's certain things that you see, like watches are the biggest thing. Like I remember being a kid watching TV shows and like women will look at your watch and they'll be like, they'll know if you're the guy or not. And I didn't get that until I started learning about watches. Now, bruv, I was somewhere, Rolly. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, now you notice those things. Do you get what I'm saying? Once you know about it, you start noticing.
Yeah.
Even in the airport, that's an AP. You're certain.
That's the thing. I saw how Richard Mille looks, and I've seen someone with Richard Mille before. I was like, God damn it, what kind of money is he? Like, if these are the ones rappers are shouting about. And I remember in Niggas in Paris, 2011, Jay-Z was like, Audemars, that's losing time, hid behind all these big rocks. Now I know what an Audemars is. I was like, I saw when they were advertising one big massive billboard. It was like Audemars PK / Spider-Man. So it's like an Audemars watch with a Spider-Man ingrained into a design. I was like, if I had money, that was like a perfect gift for my brother. But I don't. So
Yeah, but like
buy him
even
a poster.
Who is it? It is AP. AP have they have a Black Panther watch, and they only released like 250 of them when they came out, or something like that. Yeah, that watch is over 100K.
Jeez.
You see what I'm saying? But perfect gift for a nerd.
Yeah, if you're rich, you could just say, "Yo, Audemars Black Panther." God.
Yeah. Look, I'm telling you now. When I get money, I don't want to hip him. I don't want to hip him.
I want to do Jordan's charger.
Yeah, please.
Jordan's charger. Like, I have a TikTok for everybody to listen to, and let's talk about it.
And I will be filming some spicy content for my...
Okay, I'm not being rude, and this is not to be disrespectful to this girl in any single way. This is not coming at her at all, but I'm offended because I am a 29-year-old professional in a respectable job. I own my own place. I pay my own bills. I pay my own way. I have only had 2 boyfriends in my lifetime, and the one lasted 6 years, the other one lasted 3 years. I don't even post my ankles, much less my thighs, much less my ass on social media. All you getting is Head and Shoulders like the shampoo. All you getting is a mugshot. Bitch, I never got pregnant, dropped out of school, had an abortion, joined the gang. If you was to look on social media right now, you will find nothing. You're not going to find news. You're not going to find me fighting people online. You're not going to find me doing none of that. The most you'll see me doing is cracking some goddamn jokes. And I'm single.
And as you should be, because you sound boring as fuck.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about all that bullshit.
And you gotta charge that too. That's charge it.
Because you know what, yeah? So you bragging that all we see is mugshots online. I'm not even gonna follow you, let alone DM you. What?
I think, yeah, everybody should play in the league they're in. As men, yeah, understand if you're going gym, you're looking nice, but you're working, depends on your status and your income, you might not attract the women that you want to attract. Because in they feel that the game that we play, they value more so the status, the wealth, the security, how you can take care of them. So work on that instead. Up your game, up your money, like within or this is very important. Date within your budget. If the women that you want to date is to acquire a certain level of guy, and now you start to resent women because the women you like don't like you, either step your game up or stay where you are. On the other side now, women. Obviously, we generalize on this here. Be lang and bring peace. We can work around the others. We can, again, if you have the things that she's saying, calm, all good, if that's the thing. But what are those, like, I saw a tweet, Taser said it, what are those chicks saying though?
Yeah.
Can you make stew?
Look, this is the thing, yeah. First of all, I don't give a fuck if you're collecting degrees like Infinity Stones. You can do all of that. And the next thing, you want me to give you ratings because you're an adult?
Let's speak on this, like, not jokingly.
No, wait.
Okay, joking
last
again.
thing, yeah. This is the because I tweeted in my circles. This is the women's equivalent of I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, because perfect. This is what these guys do. Yeah, these nice guys. Because women say that they want a guy that's caring, they want a guy that listens, they want a guy that this, they want a guy that this, and then that guy will take all of those and say that I'm a nice guy. Women are bound to want me. Do you get what I'm saying? And then when they find out that women don't want them, but I'm a nice guy though. I listen though, nigga. They don't like nice guys. Just like, yeah, cool. Everybody wants the good girl in theory, and that's what she's saying. Oh, I don't show my ankle. I've never been pregnant. I've never done this. I have this degree. Nobody gives a fuck, man. Like, if you're laying and you give me peace,
that's like a solid foundation. That's a solid. Again, we will if you love someone, like, it's like even your brother, whatever, you will push them to be the best version of themselves. 100%. You want better for themselves. You say you want them to do better, get a better job. If they're able to get a mortgage, you will push you through the love that you have for someone. You will always push them to do better. That will happen naturally. But the basic foundation: play in the league you're in. understand that, hey, are you lying? A guy could see you. If a guy sees your leng and you're stacking shelves at Tesco, he'll approach you and say, yo, what are you telling me? What are you saying to me? Because that's how we start. He'll get to know you, and if you're leng and you have peace, he's happy with it. But if he then likes that and he sees, okay, you're still stacking shelves at Tesco, which, like, again, I hate that analogy because it always sounds like you're degrading it. Mm-hmm. But he thinks you're capable of more. A person that loves you will push you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like everybody, you have to want it for yourself. You can only push for so long. Mm-hmm. If he sees like you're leng and you give him people like, yeah, but you could do more. He might be like, hey, I want you to do this course. I'll pay for you. Mm. Men will do that for you. People will do that for the people they love. Yeah. But we have to understand what we value. We just don't value, like, you have a mortgage, you have you don't post ankles.
Nobody gives a fuck. Look. There's a reason why all the hoes are married. Like,
because later on they learn to give peace, innit? They grow as people.
They actually understand what men want.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like these women that speak like that, they don't actually understand men, and they don't understand what men want. Mm-hmm. They understand what they value and what they think men value. Do you get what I'm saying? Saying that, look, I don't care if you have your own house. I don't, like, look, this is the thing. Like, I'm not belittling it to, like, I'm not belittling it to just be laying, right? But as, like, if you're an adult and you pay your bills and you're not out here sucking dick for money, and you just pay your bills and you're just cool, that's all I need. Mm-hmm. Like, as long as you're not doing certain things for peace and you're not a bum, that's it.
Yeah.
So between here and 500k, it's all the same to me.
No, they just spit, because it's just. Like, I always refer to, like, sometimes you just have to look at things from, like, the natural form and how we actually are as human beings and what we desire as humans. We want to be seen and we want to be heard. We want to be loved by the people that love us. It works both ways, though. We're not saying here, it's like, for men also, we're saying, like, men start to resent women because they want a certain type of women or a certain standard of women, but those women don't want them. Their solution is easy. Step up to that standard and be what the women want, and maybe you can attract them. But if you don't do that, you're not attracting the women you want. Then you start resenting women, and then the women that want you. It's an endless cycle. But yeah, madam with the degree, it's calm. We don't really care. Like,
bro, nobody really wants you.
Like, someone said, it's like, I was obviously reading the quote tweet. They said they think the reward for being a good person is a boyfriend. But that being said, also, she did say she was in a relationship for 6 years and then 3 years again. Why are you crying? You've been in you spent 9 years in a relationship.
Look, all I'm saying here is, everything you mentioned doesn't make you more. Honestly, like, as a man, everything that she mentioned doesn't make her a single bit more dateable to me.
Yeah,
it actually makes it worse.
Yeah,
because why are you naming all those things?
Yep.
Half of those things are just because you're an adult.
Yep. And if you meet insecure men, even, they'll be like, oh, she has a mortgage, she has her own job. It'll push them away. This
is the thing. I don't know about next man, but me, if I meet you dressed in a certain way, you better keep dressing that fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have, like, if, like, for me, I'm very simple. Like you said, stay in your lane. If I see you and what I see I don't like, I'm not going to try and get with you and then change you. Mm-hmm. That's not me.
Yeah.
If I see you dressed in a certain way and I think it's sexy, run it and keep it being sexy. Yeah. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, but she dresses that way, so I'm not going to wife her. Bro, if I'm not going to wife you, I just wouldn't go there in the first place. Well, not that way, but, you know. But yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I hate all of these TikToks of, like, but I'm single and I've got this and I've got this and ain't nobody give a fuck,
like,
man.
We've had this conversation when, like, Get the Gist were here. Roz was, like, saying it to us, and we're like, we're generalizing, but respectfully, that's not, like, what we, like, care about. She's like, I have a good job. I'm trying to build my money. We told her here, we're like, you're listening
to a bunch of shit I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, that's not what attracts men. So, men, get your money up, get your status up, be a standout guy, and you might attract the women that you want to attract. But if you're just chilling, content, and you're at a level that you can't be wanting these girls that are getting flown out, but then you're like, you have to.
You can't even buy her a bus ticket from Dublin to Cork.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. That's date within your means. I think that's actually probably the easiest way, because you will find modest people in this life. Mm-hmm. You will find someone that's like, they do just want the companionship. Not just that, but they want someone for who they are, and they're happy to go on a picnic date, and they're happy to go on a coffee date. I'm happy with that. But you want the girls that want to be flown out. Be a half flown out budget.
You want the bad bitches, go be bad bitch material. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, for even this woman, all of those things you're saying might be fantastic to some guy, but go to the right places. Don't come here looking for us.
What's the right places though?
I don't know, go to church or something.
That's because that's the thing I thought about. I thought about church too.
But you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, yeah? I feel like she like look, it's the same thing that a lot of guys do. You fall into this. You believe the lie. Like in life here, what I realize is there's a lie that everybody tells that is supposed to be what's accepted, and then there's the truth.
Yeah.
And then there's what's real. Yeah. So the lie that everybody accepts is that you meet a girl and you treat her absolutely fantastically. You put her on a pedestal. You're so respectful. You're so kind. She does no wrong. You say your please and thank yous and all of that. Reality is they want a guy that's a bit of a dickhead. That's just the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? And with guys as well. And the thing is, I actually believe that guys believe this lie too, of like, you fuck the fun girls and then you wife the good girl. However, when you wife the good girl and you find out that the good girl is boring, you go back to fucking the bad girls.
You said I was listening to News After 7 ages ago.
Please.
That's why Just Jean was saying like her married brethren, they were out here wilding, and then when they wanted to marry, they wanted to settle with a conservative girl. But the conservative girl doesn't suit their lifestyle.
They just want to stay at home.
Yeah, now they're, hey, no, Just Jean, let's go shisha, let's do this. But you married someone based on the perception. Again, we come from a community also where that perception is embedded. The shame culture. The shame culture. So you marry someone that doesn't even suit your personality or who you are, but because that's who you thought you should end up with. Marry who you, if you're the conservative person you want to stay indoors, that's fine. There's a guy, Adam 22, he's married to a porn star. And you know what? I respect it because I'm like, he knows who he is. He knows he likes the wildlife. Who does he want to spend the rest of his life with? A wild girl.
And they just be fucking bitches together.
Exactly. There's no point of him saying, oh, I want a more conservative girl, because that's not who you are, bro. It's not going to work for you. So what you're saying is true. Like, they say, I'm going to have fun with all these girls, and then when I sell, I'm going to sell with a certain type of girl. But those girls are who you are.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
The rest of your life is a long time to not be with someone that suits the vibes you're on.
Find out what you're on, find out what you like, and go find those people that like what you like.
Yeah.
It's literally just that simple. Like, once again, it's why I don't understand incels. Nah, because, bro, there's so many women, bro. There's so many women, and there's so many different kinds of women. Yeah. If you're a nerd, go get a nerd.
But again, it's because the incels, they think they deserve it. I remember watching CSI or something.
Wait, pause. Let me look you right in the eye. You don't deserve shit. Yeah, you don't deserve shit. You know what? Matter of fact, get your dick chopped off. You don't need it.
Again, you're telling them to be with a certain type of women, but they're not attracted to those women. The women that are attracted to won't go for them.
No, but this is the thing.
It's messed up. The biology is messed up.
That's not true. There are some fine nerds out here.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. There probably is some fine nerds, but they want the baddies, perceived baddies, not perceived nerds. Like, obviously, you could be good looking and be obviously, you could be good looking and you could be a nerd and either side. But it doesn't mean that they want the ones that saw her shaking yash on a yacht. That's what I want.
Do you have yash on the yacht money?
Exactly why it's cute, brother. Exactly. There's fine people of every range, but they want that one. Yeah, they want that range.
Okay, well, look, in that case, I don't think that should be called incel anymore, because you're voluntarily celibate. You're choosing to ignore the women that want you for someone that doesn't want you.
Though, can we, sometimes we can't help who we're attracted to. They're not choosing. They're just attracted to a certain type that doesn't act like them. Remember, it's not like that's like thing. Are you your type's type?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sometimes.
Very much so.
Say, talk your shit, brother. Like, it's that concept. Like, you have a type, but you're not your type's type. So now you're like, I don't want to settle. You know?
Then find out what your type likes and become your type's type.
That's what we're saying at the start.
No. Look, I just don't understand these man, bro. Because the thing is, right? Okay, you know what it is? What are you attracted to? Because there are women that look exactly like her that are nerds.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're not attracted to her physically. What are you attracted to? That's what I go back to. Because there is every shape of woman in every walk of life. Mm-hmm. So what the fuck are you looking for? Yeah. Because I've literally, even just on TikTok, women that are streaming Call of Duty and shit, cold as well. Lang!
You know, one of them got suspended because she was streaming and her man started doing doggy on her, and this camera wasn't angled properly enough.
See?
I remember seeing that on Twitter that she was streaming and there was a big camera and her man came to start doing doggy and then they suspended her on the stream. Like, you could see, like, what's happening here, bro?
Yeah,
Twitch got out of here.
But do you see what I mean? Like, there's so many different kinds of people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, back to this woman, man, bro. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you this personally. This is a message from your girl's favorite voice, Big Deji. Nobody gives a fuck what you're talking about. Yeah. Bro, we want the fun girls that give us peace. We want the Len girls. Like, like you're not better than a next girl, and you don't deserve a man more than a next girl because she's showing a bit of cleavage on Instagram, bro. You know what I'm gonna do to hers? I'm gonna double tap. You know what I'm gonna do to yours? I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna block you. I don't want to see that shit. No, because you know what? I never want to see that shit. I don't want to see you on my timeline. That's why I don't follow you. However,
they just said it's really he only follows if he knows if you're a pretty girl.
Do you get what I'm saying? Apart from that, you know what? The rule has gotten a bit more lenient.
Why?
Because there's some people
on which way? If you don't know them, if they're less length.
Oh, the length.
Okay.
Because now you might not be length, and I might not know you, but you might be useful. So. That's the
I get it. You can do business together one day.
Yeah, no, because podcast now. So now I gotta make some connections.
Networking and all that.
I might want to get you on the pod. That might be why I follow you. Not that you're link.
Yeah, I know the Chargers corner, Jordan's Chargers. Are you seeing Conor McGregor out here lately?
Did he? Oh, he just got hit with a case, didn't he?
Yeah, this can't keep happening.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning.
Yeah. There's no smoke without fire.
Repetitively.
There's no smoke without fire.
Like. Someone I was listening to a take today. It's like people like that. Yeah, they got in life by he was on welfare, and he had nothing, but he told everybody, "I'm gonna be the biggest fight star in the world," and he did it. That same mindset is dangerous because they don't know when to stop. They really believe they are invincible. They believe that their thoughts becomes things. That's what they believe. And another point is like. People that are in the UFC like Jones, Conor, whatever, those are bad men. Those are. Someone said gladiators. They used to keep them away from society. They used to make sure you're not outside because what damage you could do. So if you let them out, they're filled with testosterone. They're killer instinct as human beings. Because Conor says when he was growing up, people used to play football. All he was thinking about is fighting. And I used to think as well. But the older I got, I was like, that's actually evolutionary to want to protect yourself and defend and conquer. That's an evolutionary thing. The reason that Jones and Conor are getting so much trouble about these kind of things again and again, they are modern day version of the people that used to exist like in today's society. So today's society doesn't suit that kind of behavior, and they can't operate. So they keep fucking up. But they'll try to do good. They'll try to operate within our society, but. Within them and their makeup, I think their genetic makeup. I think first time I heard this is like Rogan said like people like John Jones have always existed. They've always existed through our society. These are truly bad men that were conquerors. Bro, so I'm watching Conor. I'm watching him like this is happening to you again. It keeps happening, and stories keeps changing from both sides. I'm like, brother. Kind of fight Chandler, man. that's all I want.
Look, but like I said, there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah, Conor's got to charge that game.
There's one day he going down.
Yeah. Once the talent comes down, the thing. Last Jordan's Charger, final one. Zion Williamson.
Let's talk about this.
On Jordan's side, look, I've been away for 3 weeks recording this. I have so much to talk about.
Can we please give context?
So Zion Williamson got a charge to the game, but let me tell the story. Zion Williamson is an NBA player, 22 years old. When he got drafted, I've been following the NBA since 2016-ish. He's been the biggest hype drive prospect until this one, Wendy, who's Congolese, by the way. Go Wendy. Since LeBron. They hyped him up. He plays in the NBA, got a contract worth nearly $200 million. The other day, Zion then posts, not the other day, like a while back, Zion posts he's having a baby. There was the baby shower, he's smiling. Porn star called Moira Mills comes out, exposes texts, exposes DMs, exposes him buying her flights, says she's gonna share sex tape, says you spit in my mouth, you like when I touch your butt.
You know, it wasn't just her.
Yeah, there was a couple, but she kept going. They had to suspend her.
We will put a pin in Moira for a second. Yeah. Get to the rest of them and then we'll come back to her. Yeah. She's the.
So Zion's got a charge to the game. Basically, first of all, let me talk about Zion for a minute. Deji, you are given. These are the first generation to really grow up with social media. Those people are like 21, 22 now. They've had social media all their lives. So they've seen access to the women that they've lived since they were probably 12, 13. They get to 21, 22. You give that same 13-year-old 200 million and access to Instagram. Same things happened to Jamarant.
Even forget about the 200 million. The fact that you're an NBA basketball superstar.
Why would you? Of course he's fucking everything. Like, of course he's 22.
Consensually, hopefully.
Yeah. No, nobody has came out and said otherwise. I know. Nobody has came out and said otherwise. Like, everything that will like let him, of course he's 22 with 200 million in his bank account with access to Instagram of all the porn stars that he's ever seen.
A porn star that I used to jerk off to, I can fuck.
Filled with testosterone.
At 22.
At 22. You can fly them in.
You don't want to know what I was doing at 22 without 200 M's.
Bro. So, because obviously people are saying, oh, it's an addiction. It's like, oh, even if it is an addiction.
Yes.
It's an addict with 200 million access.
And have access to as much of that shit as I want. Bruv? What, bro?
Sometimes I think like, shout out Training 212. They say sometimes what we do to athletes is we remove them from normal society because they make so much money. So people stop looking at them as human beings. They stop looking at them as an actual person. I just look at a person that's 22, especially you're an NBA star, so you're filled with testosterone. You play sports. You like every day you're working out.
You're in the best shape of your life.
Your best shape of your life. You're eating right. Your libido's probably the high. Everybody's taking train of you.
You know. When you start going gym and the blood is flowing,
bro.
you just wake up horny. Yeah. Dick.
Now imagine you wake up horny. You have 200 million access, and they give you an Instagram. Because we saw the world without social media, and it came in with us. Like we saw the girl, but they grew up on it and they grew up with it. They've been seeing these porn stars on their social. They'll be watching them on their phones since they're like 13, 14.
Even just
now they can fuck them.
And also, when you have that much money, the world becomes like this.
Yes.
So you don't even have to be where I am. You could be in China.
He said he's in the text, he said, move to New Orleans, I'll pay for your apartment.
Yeah.
Move for you to be here.
I just want to fuck you conveniently.
Yeah.
And what is gonna take me to fuck you conveniently 10K a month?
One of the flights, he flew her. She's like, "Oh, can you come to like say today?" He says, "Can you come to Atlanta tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I booked a flight. 800, like Atlanta to New Orleans, $800.
That's pennies.
Contract is worth 200 million, brother.
Pennies. Like, and because the thing is, right? Like someone said it. Like once you have money, the world becomes so small.
Yeah.
And you know what Dave said? To quote our great guy Dave, he loves fucking with broke bitches. Book one flight and they're all impressed.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Well, why is Dave giving the giveaway though?
No. Oh, okay, now back to Moira. She's doing too much, man. That's a grown.
You know they suspended her.
They should have.
Yeah. She's 32. He's 22. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, bro, like have fucking shame.
But think about it, Dej. If you did porn, you have to remove all shame.
Yeah, I know, but
so
like...
there's like asking a porn star to have shame after having a career in porn.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, you could be proud of your career in porn and still have shame.
Again, there's a same thing when I'm talking about Conor, there's a certain level of like delusion and ego to be Conor McGregor, thinking you can do whatever you want. There's also a certain level of shamelessness that's instilled within you to be a porn star and do
man.
Suicide bombers. She's not doing that to shame. Zion's embarrassed. She doesn't care. She kept going for like a week straight until
it just came out and said that he's a second. But to be honest, right? How many 22-year-old boys with 200 million aren't sex addicts? Would that literally have at the tip of their fingertips millions of women that would fuck them in an instant?
The minute you see a blue tick and you see millions of followers, even if you don't watch sports, I can understand why you would go Google who he is and find out who he is, come out to the DMs. K-Sav did Where's Your Head At? And they said, Where's His Master? Says, when I DM'd them, they're like, well, they don't know how you look like. And then Tommy was like, yeah, but K-Sav has DM'd you. Because you've seen that K-Sav has DM'd you, let me entertain this.
And that's K-Sav.
Yeah. You see Zion Williamson in your DMs, I don't watch basketball. It's like, blue tick in my DMs. Google Zion Williamson, say you can even the NBA is fucked up because you can actually Google their contracts.
No, and
you can find out.
But the thing about this that's fucked, right, is because if you remove any individual part, he's got millions of women just on that. Blue tick women.
Yeah.
Basketball player, women. NBA player, women. Hundreds of millions, women.
200 million women.
All of them together.
So that,
bro, he has all of the infinity
people
stones.
Are saying like, oh, it's so horny, it's 22, you should do better. I get it. Not everybody has like that discipline because everybody looks at like, because I was listening to other podcasts who are like saying like, yeah, but he's had good examples in front of him. He's had Steph Curry's in front of him. He's had LeBron in front of him. They've been one woman. Fair, good point, because they were also 22 with access to all women. But not everybody has that discipline, man.
There's one part that we're fucked up on. Do you remember years ago when Zion when his white ex, like he pretty much broke his heart?
Yes,
and he was like, oh, like I just miss you and all this kind of shit.
On the voice notes, yeah.
Villain arc. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I am broke. You just broke my heart. And I've just come into all of the money I could possibly come into, and
Number one pick.
Women are literally throwing pussy at me.
Think about
literally.
Do you think
I'm a Cincinnati too?
it might be hard to see the all-time great in like sport like that? They just give him so much money so young. It's so easy to lose discipline. There's another one, Jamarant. Like I don't want to get into that. He's getting into gun trouble. I'm like, yeah, because from the age of like even Mason Greenwood, from the age of 13, 14, nobody says no to you anymore. Everything goes because you're everybody's meal ticket out. So you're used to everybody just the world bending around you. And the minute the world doesn't, your brain is like, what happened? So the level of discipline, especially now when the world already becomes small 20 years ago, now with Instagram and social, the world is like infinitely smaller. So the level of discipline for a 22-year-old to stay on course, have 200 million in the account, not hang around with his best rappers, not go to the best clubs, text all the women.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's different if you've always been that guy, it's not as much of a problem. Because if you've always gotten girls, obviously it's a new level, and you'll indulge more than you did.
Yeah.
But if you weren't the cool guy in school, do you get what I'm saying? Like there's certain people that I can name that if you threw bitches at them right now, cracking everything. Yeah. Then there's other people that if you threw bitches at them now, they can't already get women. Yeah, they might indulge a lot more. But they're not gonna.
It won't phase them as much.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like what's called the guy that didn't get bitches that now gets all the bitches. Women will ruin his life.
Yeah.
The guy that's always gotten girls, if you throw more girls at him now, granted different caliber, he will do a lot more. Yeah. But it's not going to be to the point where it's going to be detrimental to me.
No, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Because there is there's been NBA players. Because people are saying like obviously he's 22, and people say don't use it as an excuse. Because you see all the NBA players of the same age, like the Jason Tatum and the Jaylen Brown, they're going to the NBA finals, they're taking their team, so it's fine. But it's like Tiger Woods kind of put it best. He said, to beat Tiger Woods, there's so much you have to sacrifice. You can't go to parties, you're training all the time. And when he got caught in the scandals, and he put in these words, he just said, I spent so much of my life sacrificing, I felt like I deserved to enjoy the rewards.
100%.
And I was like, you know what? I hear it.
I completely hear
it. If you did this to get to this level and have access to everything, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice if you don't do it.
Because think about it this way, right? Even on the level of football, and forget about basketball.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Raheem Sterling that was like, the past maybe 5 Christmases, he spent one with his family and he had to leave. And he had to leave. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that. It's not, like, granted, it's a job that you want to do.
Yeah.
But
the sacrifice level to be at that level consistently, and especially of sports where they, like, farmed them. Like, every year there's 60 new NBA players that come in, and there's only 450 jobs in the NBA, like as active basketball players. So 60 are leaving. 60 are being cut every year for the 60 new, and sometimes even more. You might go to the G League. So obviously, then when you're in those moments, you have to sacrifice even to make it to the NBA. They said the hardest thing after making it to the finals is making it to the NBA, because everybody's trying to. Once you're in the NBA, that you can stay there, but just to make it there, the level of sacrifice, commitment, you're doing at a young age. You're not going to parties. You're not doing this. So then you get to 200 million. Ever since I got on, I've been on a mission to fuck all the bitches I missed out on. What's Zion gonna do?
Yeah, like
what's Zion gonna do?
Even I can't remember. I think it was Nesta said it. Like before, like when did I mean this? 2021 maybe. Before that, I don't think she didn't have McDonald's. Football, bro. She's like, football is my life. Like when it came to like doing her hair, she was like, it's braids because it's just easy. That's what's football effective. Do you get what I'm saying? Like she wasn't. When you what do you wear? You wear tracksuits and shit because it's football effective. Do you get what I'm saying? Like everything in your life is about that thing. So it's like you don't get to enjoy the rewards until you're 30s. And when you're in your 30s, you're supposed to be married now. You're supposed to have kids now. And now if I go wild out, I'm having a midlife crisis. If
I just enjoy the fruit, I've sacrificed so much. But there is a phase where you're going to do somewhere. You have to do it somewhere, and that's why some people they look like it's corny for them to do it like at 30, 35. People are looking at them as corny, but like I gave up so much and never got to enjoy any aspect of my life. And that's sort of like my Mr. always saying, sometimes you have to spend that money because you've sacrificed so many hours and there's no point of it just sitting there. Just indulge. It's okay to indulge a little bit, but obviously if you make certain decisions like marriage, you're saying I'm not going to indulge. But what you're getting is peace and stability. Something's got to give.
Like at the end of the day, look, something has got to give. For my charger, I actually have a good charger this week, you know.
Talk to me.
You know those, like, you know when you're like with a network and they always say, oh, you can win this, you can win this. I actually won phones.
You won a phone?
No, I won one of the competitions.
What you win?
Flights to Europe.
Jeez.
Yeah, return flights.
Who's that? Who you charging that to?
No, it's good. I said it's a good charger this week.
Okay.
Like,
where are you gonna go? Flights for how many?
I think it's just me.
Okay, it's a solo trip. Go London and come back.
I'm not wasting flights
to Europe,
flights to
London.
Europe to go. London is not even technically Europe. What's called? All right, okay. Obviously, when you guys are gonna hear this, it's gonna be a week behind, and there's gonna be a lot more that's happened. But let's talk about Love Island.
Oh yes, let's talk about that. So I was away for a week. I was trying to keep up, and I did my best to keep up. This Love Island is not giving Brexit. It means Brexit. You do.
Fam,
Bare versatility.
spice.
Yeah.
We like that.
And you know what I liked, you know? I've been, after Dami in India, I've been anti-Black love on Love Island, man.
Yeah.
Tanya and Shaq put me off, man. Because sometimes like, it gets to a point where, like, obviously, I root for everybody black. I want black people to do well and have success.
Okay.
But they annoyed me, man. And sometimes it feels like it's a play. Like, that's the play. The play is Black love. And with Black love, we're here for it. Hey, I'm black wife. Hey.
Unlike some of his.
We're here for it. But some days I'm just like, man, that doesn't feel like you guys.
Yeah, if it's forced,
like,
it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not, like, who's the person that Damo was with first?
Amber.
No, was it Amber?
Yeah, they're light skin, Miss Frisker.
Yeah, that wasn't it, bro.
Wasn't it at all.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Ikenna was with India. But even then, it was like it wasn't given.
Yeah.
Dami and India seemed like that was natural.
I like that. I like love, true love.
Because even India and Ikenna, I was watching. I was like, this Ikenna brother just chilling, man. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But let's speak on this season.
Okay, this season.
Yeah.
What's it called? Where do we start? Where do we actually start?
Cool.
First of all, shout out to Catherine.
Okay, actually, yeah, that's true. Catherine, Irish, black and Irish.
You got them talking about TYT on Love Island.
Bro,
on Big TV.
they're talking about the TYT and Blanche. And they're tweeting about Blanche and Turlestown. Sounds like such a romantic place. Like, well, what's going on here, right?
They've never been there.
Why do they always, this like 4 or 5 seasons in a row, we've had a black and Irish Nigerian on. From your one day, Dabby, Martin, flipping Catherine, and even Whitney now is on it as well. So it's like, now it seems like it's the producer are like, yeah, get a black and Irish person on.
Yeah.
I guess it works. I
guess maybe we're just applying more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once one person kicks the door open and you kind of see, oh shit.
It's
and then you
possible.
see what it's done for Yewande, you see what it's done for Dami as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
Now Dami's living life. Is that fucking born? Is that Champions League final Burning Boy there?
Bro, I don't think Dami likes football.
Bro, and I saw today he's doing 5-a-side with like 90s babies and they have like Dami hopes and friends. I'm like, what? This guy's just living his best life.
I think even sometimes there's a couple people there. But yeah, shout out Catherine, fine, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Where do we start is the question.
See, I missed a week. Like,
catch up?
I'm all caught up. I know where everything is now.
Okay,
like,
you know what? Forget about what happened. Let's talk about what's happening.
Okay, what's
Because
happening?
there's too much for us to catch up.
There's too much to catch up.
What's called?
What you think of Sammy?
I don't like that guy.
That-
Everything about him, I hate. Like there's actually
Okay.
there's not. You know what? There's one thing I like about him. He has a nice physique, but apart from that,
I give it. I hear it. I like.
We give flowers.
Give flowers. You give
He's got a nice chest. Like he's got the physique is nice.
He's well built. He's did it well. Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
shaped
Apart
well,
from that. The way he talks annoys me. His face annoys me. His hair annoys me. He's like, and you know what? Yeah, it feels like he thinks he's the guy.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But
And like,
think about it. He looks like the guy. In his counterparts, the physique, the look, the hair, the beard. I would believe that he's probably been like, yeah, I'm comfy in these markets.
Yeah.
So he thinks it's the guy.
But like, just certain things he does, like when he was drawing out Ty, and it's like, oh, everybody here is not closed off and blah blah. And Ty was like, say your name, bro. Yeah. Like, just say who you.
Ty's
you
a proper London boy.
You know what? Ty's that nigga, man. I fuck with.
Do you know I knew you'd fuck with Ty?
What?
Toxicity can relate to wrestling.
Real recognize real, yeah.
I did the toxicity.
I feel like he's authentic.
What?
I feel like he's authentic. Even when the girls
No,
are like,
he is very.
Even when the girls are like, oh, choose. It's like, I'm not telling you right now. Like, I'm gonna take my time in this. I'm
And
gonna do what I want.
As much as he annoys Ella, we're drawn, as people are drawn to authenticity. We like when someone is, even if we know it's bad for us, as long as we know someone's being real, we prefer that to someone that's being nice, but we feel like they're being fake.
God, bro,
The devil, you know.
Like that boy show how he racked up that 100. He's showing.
He says, oh no, it's pulling and shagging.
Yeah, because you know what? Even when the new black guy came in, I don't know what his fucking name is. The new black guy that just came in, Montel or something, whatever. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, Ella's cool. He's like, if you want to go head to head against me, you can. You're not going to win, but you can. I fuck with that, man.
Let's talk. They give modern day situationship.
Oh, yeah. We're watching the situationship live on TV.
Every conversation turns into an but it's like, when I look at them sometimes like, oh yeah, it's like, when you're that new into it, all the emotions, the chemistry are flying. When they're smashing, it's probably working as well. The emotions and the chemistry probably translates to the bedroom. So,
like, bro, anybody that's had toxic love, you know, that shit is sweet, bro. That shit is sweet. Ain't no better than makeup sex.
No, that's true. That's true.
But Ella's fine. It's just, I feel like she has cheek fillers and they just make her head look weird.
Yeah. I think Ella and
But she's fine, though.
I think Ella and Katrin are the top two.
Easy.
Yeah.
Not even close. Easy.
Yeah.
Like, Ella's fine.
The Mundeles, it's like I've seen them. I've seen them on Love Island before. It feels like that. I feel like I've seen them. I've seen you on Love Island.
I think Jess is dead. Molly's actually all right. Like, it's just that her personality is very annoying. Did you see that TikTok that they put on the timeline of her, where she's doing like that weird with her friends?
No.
When I'll find it, I'll send it to you. Fucking weird. Who else is there?
Zachariah, what do you think of him? With his way he talks, isn't it? I feel like I can say he's the one that went for Catherine first.
Zach, I feel like he came in strong and then he just died off.
Pause.
Yeah, I feel like he started strong, but he just kind of leaned off. Yeah. And also, you know what? Him and Molly together, get that shit off my screen. I actually, every time they get on my screen, I hate it. Like, bro, what? Like, you know, there's certain couples every season. There's certain couples every season that I don't want to see this.
Them. Oh yeah, every season there's a couple like, why are we giving them so much fucking airtime? Move them.
And you know what? Yeah, that Molly just seems like a textbook bitch. Like, just a textbook bitch.
I can't remember. I can't see. That's the thing. They all look so. In my brain, I'm finding it hard to distinguish Molly and Jess right now.
Jess is the one that's with Sammy.
Which one has the heavies?
Jess, it's supposed to be Jess, yeah.
Okay.
Molly's got the heavies too, though.
Oh, see, now I'm confused again.
No, Molly's the one with Zach, yeah. The one that's prettier.
Yes,
do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. I know now.
What's this other one? What's this babe's name again? Fuck what? Jess.
Yeah.
Is the one that's with Sammy.
Okay. Yes.
She looks
and
more...
Leia's the one that's just trying to cause confusion in the villa.
Oh, that girl has eye contact. That's what she has, bro.
You do something to me.
Oh, your eye contact. Her eye contact is deadly. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, man. Also, let's talk about this Mehdi brother. This brother hates Whitney, but I feel like it's not because of Whitney. He just hates women because he's gay, and there's nothing wrong with being gay.
Hey, it's Pride Month. Be who you are.
Go outside and be happy that you're Pride. Look, bro, how are you the sassiest in the villa? Bro, this guy struts every time he walks. And you know the worst part about it, yeah? When Whitney goes, Whitney meets me in the terrace, and then he struts away shaking his hips. What the fuck is wrong?
All I was saying is, I co-sign everything that you said.
Bro, you know what? With Whitney, yeah.
Is he gay or is he French?
He's gay. Bro.
One of my friends said, like, he's just French.
Nah, man. His hips sway too much when he walks, bro.
Oh, God.
Look, like, because you know what?
Pudding, man. Oh, my son, that's your right. I didn't expect that delivery. Because I was like, when Beck said, you niggas are soft.
Bro, look, it's like there's nothing wrong with being gay, bro. Just embrace who you are, because literally, like, bro, they didn't hug, they didn't cuddle, they didn't do nothing, right? And when it was finally time, bro, it seemed like they were forcing him. It felt like the producers said, "Take her upstairs and lips her, man." Like, because it just, bro, even the way he did it was just so awkward.
Let's talk about this as well, yeah. When they did the no chemistry thing, and Sammy said, "I don't feel like there's an attraction there." We've had this talk offline.
Yeah.
You think there's you think there was a racial component to that, and I think not necessarily, man.
Not with Mehdi and Whitney, because Mehdi just doesn't like women.
Okay, fair enough. But I also think North Africans and Arabic people like from North Africa, they don't like the dark. Not that they don't like it is a taboo to be with like darker skin people. So some of it's ingrained in his brain that you have to be with fair skin, light skin people. So A lot of us, like, even if he likes women, I don't think Whitney's his type.
No. Let's say
Whitney,
on the
I don't
off
think
chance
Whitney's
that he
type.
actually does like women.
Yeah.
Whitney's not his type.
Yeah.
They both know that they're using each other to just stay on the show.
Yeah.
Like, but however, the reason why is because, like, okay, so it just happened to be the two what's called. It just happened to be the two black girls.
Yeah.
Because why didn't you say Mitch and Leah or whatever doesn't have any chemistry or there's no attraction there because he thinks there's attraction there.
Okay, sorry, not to cut you off. Who is with Catherine with again?
Catherine is with that
the
new
footballer.
guy. The keeper guy. Yeah.
Okay. I missed a week, so obviously I'm taking whatever he's saying. Like maybe you watched it over the last week. Do you think they have chemistry,
bro?
Do you think they have attraction? Sorry.
Yeah, she was one of the first girls that he pulled to talk to.
Okay.
And then even in what's called, they're holding hands. Every time from like the first night they got coupled up together, she's sleeping on his chest, bro.
Yeah. And I think the best way Zach put it there, I don't know if there's any rage. Like again, I missed a week, so I don't want to be like, there's racial components. So I don't know. Zach put it the best way. Sometimes we look at like compatibility as like they're always touching each other, they're always chilling, they're always on top of each other. But when you're more grown, as Zach was saying, like when we're grown and mature, sometimes compatibility is like I can chat to you, but we can sit in peace. We just have we know what the other person needs without saying it. That's also compatibility.
But the thing is, like back to what we're saying, words are important.
Yeah.
Right. He used the word attraction. He didn't use compatibility.
Okay.
If he had said compatibility,
yes.
that's a different conversation.
Okay.
Use the word attraction.
So you think it's like saying you can be attracted to her?
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, right? Okay, if you feel like the attraction isn't there, who is he attracted to? Because he doesn't hold hands with Leah. He doesn't cuddle with her. He's not touchy-feely with her, but he's touchy-feely and he does all of that with Catherine. So, and remember what I was telling you about what I hate about racism. You see how you got to make me think, am I going crazy or not?
Crazy? Because why are you nominating the people that are in the black... Again, Mehdi and Whitney, that's just a fair nomination. Like, everybody...
But that's because he hates women.
Like, that one, even me watching like the last two, because obviously I was back. I've only watched like maybe 3 episodes since coming back. Like that one, I can be like, it's not working. But Catherine's a pretty girl. Like
she's
so
leg.
I don't know why you wouldn't be attracted to Catherine. Like the attraction, they wouldn't be attracted to Catherine.
Like, you know what? Because I was watching the episode yesterday, and there was one scene where she just didn't have makeup, and I was like, this girl is actually fucking beautiful.
Yes.
But you know me.
I like pretty.
My opinion is squeezed. You know, I like black women. But oh shit, you know who we need to talk about? Let's talk about Mitch. This guy he's the worst kind of guy. He's a bitch ass nigga. That's the guy you can't trust.
I've heard nothing good. Even coming back about Mitch, he does that like good guy complex, but talk shit about you to a girl. That's the vibe he gives up.
No, this is exactly what happened, right? So Zach comes into Zach. So he's been on Molly, the one that Zach is with. They got paired together at the beginning, and that's from day one. That's the only girl I want. My eyes are closed. That's all he wanted. You get what I'm saying? And she was kind of like, they got on really well. Like they got on proper well. So how he was making it seem was like they're pretty much closed off. And she was like, I'm not closed off. There's just no one in here that I want. Do you get what I'm saying? In comes in Zach now, yeah. Zach gets with Catherine, which I felt like, yeah, cool, he might be attracted to Catherine or whatever, but he wanted Molly, but he thought that she was closed off. So when there was a challenge, he took his shot, he lips Molly. And then Molly's kind of like, yeah, I want to get to know Zach and blah, 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 blah. Now Mitch is getting annoyed or whatever. That all things happen, right? So she pretty much damn near mugs him off eventually, right? Because he's a lot. He's the guy that will be saying, oh, my mom would love you, this and this, this and this, this and this. You know, he's a lot. Like, oh yeah, we'll have kids, blah, blah, blah. He's just a fucking lot. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
They don't want that. They want their kids.
So now the recoupling comes up now, right? And it's between, like, he has to pick between 3 girls. This girl has just pied you off because she wants to go for next man, right? And so they brought in 2 new bombshells, and the bombshells got to pick first. So one of the bombshells picked Zach. So now he's single. You think you'd pick somebody else? He picks Molly again. As soon as he does this whole speech, and he goes, yeah, I just did that for Zach, bro. Like, obviously, like, I did that for my boy, blah, blah, blah. Because obviously her and Zach are talking, and they're really hitting it off. So he's like, look, just to keep her in for my boy, innit? Then he goes to her like, yo, so yeah, I actually did that for me. But like, let's continue to get to these goes.
That's what he has to be a sneaky link.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that tweet.
Let's continue to get to know each other. Continue to get to know each other, but just keep it on the low.
Yeah, they said this man has to be a sneaky link on live TV.
and like even you see when he's talking to Jess, and he's like, oh yeah, like he's just acting really childish. Like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't treat you like. He's the guy that will bash you to try and get with your babes.
Oh god.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's why he's the most untrustworthy person. Even when they were like, oh, who's the least trustworthy Islander? Everyone picked, all the guys picked him. Because he is like, you don't say, oh, I'm doing this
it's one of those. He's one of those guys you'll tell a girl about, and they're like, nah, it's just nice. You're like, no, that is a fraud.
He's fucking.
He's a fraud.
He's the guy that will see me chatting to one of my friends at the club. I saw Deji in the club, and he was.
Now you're explaining.
He was kissing this girl's neck, doing all of this. Fuck you and fuck everybody that's like you, because it really just
men hate that guy.
Yeah, because
men hate that guy that came out his own business.
Like, we know what the game is, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's play the game.
Yeah.
Let's play by the rules.
Yeah.
Like,
best man win.
I'm not gonna step on your toes. You're not gonna step on my toes. And you know what's really annoying? As a guy that doesn't do that, it's happened to me quite a few fucking times.
What's happened to you?
Niggas just come in and saying shit.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, half the time I'm not even doing shit, but niggas dirty macking on me. Yeah. Like, bro.
That's like the other side of like, you have loads of female friends, so some niggas are gonna be hating.
Yeah, but like, if the girl is there and you want to chat to the girl, by all means chat to the girl, but keep my name out your fucking mouth, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what we've got going on, what you've got going on, has nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
If you're better, she likes you better, she'll go.
But
for
men
you.
has fragile egos and we're insecure. Like, men's egos is fragile. They'll see
Fuck your fragile ego, bro.
They'll see the same girl laughing, but she doesn't laugh like that with them. Now they have to say,
get funnier. like I said,
getting funny is harder, but talking shit on you, that's the easy part,
Yeah, but look, it is what it is.
No, 100%. I think we've all been there, but like a lot of us have been there where guys dirty macking and talking shit. Like, just move to her. Why are you talking shit about me? She goes there.
So what's called on the episode that's happening today? That's literally while we're recording. So now, Mehdi, Mr. I Love Men. He told Leah, the one that eye contact, that he wants to get to know her now.
Oh, I saw that as well. And
see, you just say you don't like this, and this is what happens every year with black women. The same thing fucking happens. They use you to stay in the show, and then they go pick up one of these white papers that are dead.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of black love. But then you don't want the same black man to pick him and then go on 3 shots in 2 years and say I only picked him because I felt the pressure of being in black love.
Like, it's
it's a catch-22 because the counterparts who picked them, like you're saying, use them to stay on the show. First chance to get to move on, bang, they're gone. The black man will pick them. It doesn't work out to say, oh, I was just feeling pressure to pick her because of black love. So it's stuck between. Sometimes when I see it, I was like, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, but also go on. You can have, especially what you see what India's been able to do being on the show and how it's elevated her life, and she also genuinely found love on Love Island. So
yeah, but
we'll stand. Like, regardless, we will stand. We will be there.
Look, I'll be pep. Like, even Whitney, on the first thing that she was there, I thought she'd be annoying, but she's grown on me.
I just haven't watched them enough. Like, I'm getting back into it now. Like Whitney and Catherine. Keep going as far, but I just haven't got to know these characters enough. When I left, Zach was the main character when I left. He just came into the villa. He was going for Catherine, and Andre and Ruchi were with each other. I was like, yeah, interracial love.
Yeah. No, as soon as Zach went for Molly, Andre dropped Ruchi and went back to Catherine, and then he got voted off. He got voted
off the island, and then she was crying. I saw that. I think that's like around the time I started coming back. Right, that's Love Island talk. Let's say this. Let's ask you this serious question: can your passion for something die?
100%.
Yeah, I saw that question. I was like, of course. Like, if you've listened to this podcast, I've been passionate about playing football. I used to play football 5-6 days a week. I loved it. Go training easily 5-6 days a week. I would go training twice, matches on the weekend, and I like do 2 or 3 pieces. Football. I could do it passionate, focused, and trying to do it. But one day, it's like when the reality of like this is all it's gonna be, a hobby, hit the passion. Honestly, to play. Died. If I went the rest of the year, didn't kick a ball. Next year, didn't kick a ball. But it was unimaginable.
That's different because your passion for football hasn't died because you still love football.
Oh, the passion to play football has died.
The passion to play football. But
the passion for football. You mean like something like something that you loved and you're engulfed in, and it just dies completely. I don't think I've experienced that.
I think it very much happens because sometimes you get to a point where you kind of like people make it seem like you want to if you have a passion for something, you want to do it to the highest level, which is not always true.
Yes, that's a good point.
Sometimes your level might be a 3. You reach that 3 pretty quickly, and then I'm done.
It's even like artists, musicians, footballers, whatever. They could be passionate about this stuff, and when it becomes a business and they have to do it for a job and they have to earn money doing it, you've said on the pod, the minute what you love doing becomes a job, you have to find a new hobby. Yeah. And people's passion rapidly goes. They have to deal with like that's B.O.B. has a song about it. Like before he made it, and before this was a business, before he was paid, he enjoyed it. But when you see the other side, it's like, I'm not passionate about this. I'm not passionate about the other side. And then the business side kills your passion for music because you're like, I don't want to do something that is attached to how that made me feel. Because when you're in certain field, especially as an artist, all people do is see you as an opportunity.
Literally.
People start to use you. Then you start to resent it. Some people resent the talent they have because of how they become.
The music business is designed to fuck the musicians.
Yeah.
Like you're designed to get fucked in that situation. Do you get what I'm saying? And like I do feel like even sometimes maybe you just have a certain amount of hours that you're capped at, and then once you hit those hours, you're done. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like you know how sometimes they tell because one of my friends Moyo.
Shout out Moyo. Appreciate the feedback.
Yeah,
the sound wasn't great. We know.
He's like as a coach for young kids, you're not trying to make them care about the technical side of football. You just want to make them fall in love with football and have fun. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you don't want to burn like somebody like, let's say like a Simone Biles or someone, or like even let's say like a Haaland or anybody. These people have been playing football since they were, or been training or doing whatever since they were like 2, 3. By the time they hit 13, that's 10 years.
Yeah.
You've gave 10 years. After a while, you know what? I'm just over it.
And the sacrifices you have to make, especially in football, in like Moyo's at Fulham, in those academies already, you start to hate it because you're not being a child. You don't get to go to the parties with your friends. And this was like, your parents put you in this because this was their dream and their passion. And they were like, sometimes we just correct what we couldn't have through our kids. It's like, if I was put in an academy at 4 years old, I'm going to do that for my kid. Then they start to resent, and they might get passionate about it. But after a while, they look at it as like, I missed out on so much. And the passion for whatever they love died. Like, it just goes away. So yeah. Like it is a shared feeling though, because sometimes you can be so passionate and you can attach your identity and you want to rekindle that passion. And I've said about Zed, I heard on a pod, and she was like, yeah, this was my dream, but I don't know if it's my dream anymore at 28, and it's the passion is wavering. So
but that's what I feel like in life comes in stages. Like everything good, everything comes to an end. Literally good, bad, ugly, it always comes to an end. I feel like for on a different note, I feel like that's what kind of keeps me. That's what always kind of keeps me calm, because it's always like,
the storm will pass.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? And like, it's shitty to understand, but like, however bad you feel, it's gonna end. But also, however good you feel, it's also gonna end. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So just understanding that thing's gonna end, and that's what your passions are gonna end too. There was a point in my life I was really passionate about dancing and shit like that, and now I don't even bust a move anymore.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? Like,
that's why they say, don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low. Like, celebrate your win, celebrate your victory, and live in those moments. And in the opposite way as well, if you are feeling sad and you're feeling upset, feel those things. But it's like Deji saying, it's understanding that like without rain, there's no rainbow. There's always calm after the storm. The dawn comes after night. These saying exist for a reason. There's people have gone through shit and they've always seen the other side. And hey, they said the thing about healing is it happens slowly and then all at once. So it might take time. You'll be like, how am I going to feel like this? And one day you just feel like, wait, I haven't felt like that. And you don't even know at what point you stopped feeling those things. Yeah. Literally heartbreak.
One day you look at the time, it's 6 o'clock, and you realize you haven't thought about her all day.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, oh, actually. And then the week goes by, you haven't done. And then you start thinking about a person less sporadically. They might pop in your brain, but not as often. It'll be like a week or 2 weeks. And then sometimes you have to see a story. You're like, oh, yeah. That person exists. I completely don't even think about that person anymore.
And the thing is, it's not a linear process either. Yeah. Because you could be doing great for 3 months and then 1 week, fam, all of a sudden, I miss you.
But so I think that a lot of that could be men, because I think women get that out quick.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Don't think women get their emotions out quick?
I've spoken to enough women that
they do bigger.
I'd have to tell you, like, even after 3 months, it's okay to be upset. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or if it's something that might trigger them, and it's like, you're like, it's only been 3 months. Like, you were with somebody for however many years, and you think you're gonna reverse all of that in a month? Yeah. Come on, be serious.
Yeah. Waves don't die. That's what Kanye said, isn't it? Bar did an episode on Kanye. That guy's the best ever. Anyways, last thing I wanted to ask you about. Did you listen to Ashake's album?
Yeah, but I haven't taken it in fully.
Yeah, I've heard it and I didn't take it in. I'm the same as you. Sonically, it sounds like an Ashake album.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, if you're releasing an album a year after another, or it's so close, your sound's not going to change that much.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes like we've had this conversation about Irish artists. I'm like, oh, it feels like the sound is still the same. We've heard this kind of rap. I'm like, brother, he released an album a year ago. They're releasing another project now. What do you even Drake in the first 5 years? You're going to hear the same thing. But again, we want the new quick. So I didn't take it in. I listened to it. And it was in the background, and as I was hearing it, I was like, yes, sonically, it sounds like an Ashake album. I don't know what the bangers are, and I don't think it's too soon to be expecting, like, a different sound, like, for him to transition and do something, like, different. Like, you know?
And literally, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And also, like, how sometimes when I listen to music, but it's kind of on in the background, how I judge if it's going to be good or not is how many times do I click back and I was like, oh shit, that sounds crazy.
There was a song like that. There was a song I heard. I was like, yo, obviously I was just playing it, so I didn't remember the names. But I would advise people to go listen, I think.
Yeah, look, man, I'm tired.
Me too, I'm tired. Look, thank you, everybody. Thanks for the feedback. We appreciate you as always. Keep listening, keep liking, subscribe, comment, and subscribe. We want to get the followers up so we can get Uncle Bex to pay us. If you made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything that was said today, charge.
Also, our biggest fan,
Shikemi.
hit us up, hit us in DMs. We got something for you. Also,
Just Lads Chilling.
I know you watched the episode, so why don't you just send the DM, bro?
Yeah.
We got something for both of you.
Yeah.
Let us know. Thank you for the support. We appreciate all you guys. And yeah, charge it in it.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.